This might be more of a, what's the word? Vulnerable one. Maybe not too vulnerable. But I will be talking about something I consider to be my strongest held limiting belief. The one that I've been unable to shake off. The one that always crops up without fail in almost any endeavor I've ever done or taken forward or been a part of. The limiting belief I have is that despite initial success, despite being able to get to grips with things, I have a ceiling of above average, but not quite elite in everything that I do. And I've thought this about myself for a long time. Like, I thought I've always been pretty intelligent, pretty committed to certain things. But after a certain amount of time, and what do you call it? When my progress has been going up like that, it will just suddenly flatline and never get any further into the elite levels. And this goes for literally everything. So like gym, poker, when I played poker, my education and studies, most of the jobs I've done, girls, and now obviously I have this fear moving into like making money and business and things like that. It's why a lot of the times when I'm talking about giving advice about things, I refer to myself as an intermediate when it comes to girls, because my lay count's around 30. I haven't got too many crazy stories. Everything's been pretty, like I know what I'm doing. I know how to date. I know how to get leads to find new girls and go on dates. And I've had a couple of relationships. So I've had experience, and I've probably done a lot better than many of the guys who, I've definitely done better than a lot of the newbies who rock up. But like my results probably match a fairly successful normal guy who hasn't bothered doing self-improvement. Like, what I mean? It's like, it is what it is. Like, I know what I'm doing. I know how to get consistent results, but I haven't broken through and gone like supernova and done stuff like Andy did and like Chris did back in the day, and like all of the legends of like cold approach and guys who like figured out online dating and found their niche where they managed to get a whole like string of success. I haven't quite done that myself. I haven't cracked that. I've just got to a stage where I'm satisfied, which is cool for me. But I'm not someone I can't openly call myself elite in that area, even though I talk about it quite a lot. I consider myself borderline elite in self-improvement in general, just because I've been at it for so long and I understand the minutiae of trying to achieve goals, all that stuff. But like in terms of like the individual stuff, I've never had an elite body in the gym. I've never had elite lifts. I've had intermediate lifts, which is the point. In poker, I had intermediate results. I became a profitable player, but I never made any significant money out of it. I basically failed to go pro, which is the point where you can make a living off of it. So yeah, there's this thing in my mind, there's this break in my mind which says, you're doing well so far, but at some point you will hit a wall and not overcome it. And that's for literally everything. And I am desperate to make sure that I don't have this limiting belief affect me when it comes to building something that will make money, where I can build a business and be location independent, be financially independent, all of those things. I don't want that to affect it. I don't want that to affect, like, if I choose to go back towards getting girls, like, seriously, as in, like, I dedicate, like, 6 months of my time to it to get even better. I don't want that belief to come back and say, well, you've already done everything you can, And like in the gym, I don't want that belief to say, you're not going to get to the elite stuff in the gym. You're not going to get to elite lifts and elite looking body. That's beyond you. I don't want this fucking voice in my head. But it'll always crop up when you have doubts, when you have like when your self-doubt is at its worst, when your mood is at its worst, your limiting beliefs that you hold will come back into the back of your head. You never quite lose them. You have to almost break through the wall that you've created in order to completely lose them. And I've lost mine way more than I used to. Like in my last job, I excelled and was quite elite at it. It was a sales job, and I became one of the best in the team. Like by metrics, there were metric for sales, and that for me was important. Like I said, I'm gonna really give my all at this job. I'm gonna see how good I can get at this, just for the sake of knowing, because it was a time limit job. I only had 6 months there, and then I had to leave the country I was working in. So that's one of the few times, I think it's been during the last couple of years since I started going hardcore on self-improvement, that I've realized this limiting belief is bullshit. and I can break through and become elite at certain things, I will do that in all the areas where I want success. I will do it. This limiting belief can fuck off. All right, guys. Peace out till next time.